Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
I don't know what's going on. Hurry up. Oh no, you know what's going to happen now. You think I can drive through the bushes? I don't care.
Biege nach rechts ab.
Oh no, there's a lamppost. You damaged the escort vehicle. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we are, and I can't even remember where we are. It feels like such a long time ago, but I'll explain why in a minute. So we're in Parma. That's right. I was literally trying to get to Munich, and I ended up in Parma. But to be fair, it was an interesting run. If you watched last week's, you'll see me take a very heavy load in some very difficult sort of directions. But this might be a sort of a kind of, I don't know, a blessing in disguise. Is that the words I want to use for this? Blessing in disguise? Because I think it's time that we change trucks. And you know what? Turin is round the corner, and Turin is the home of Iveco, and that was that was the first truck that I actually drove in the game. It was an Iveco Iveco Stralius was the first truck that I drove in the game when I actually first started it all those many episodes ago. And I suppose we're kind of around about 200 episodes now. So let's find a way, hopefully, to get to Turin, and then possibly sort of get ourselves a new sort of truck. So there must be one of these, hopefully, that takes us to where I want to go to. Of course there won't be, because it would be too much like hard work to actually take us to of course there isn't. What takes us close? Verona, Bologna, Venice, Rome. We're just getting further and further away, I guess. Oh, that's so cool, though. That's a yacht to Verona. Or Veron. Sorry, Veron. Not Verona. Veron. Oh, wow. I like taking yachts, though, as well. They're cool. They're really cool. It's not even getting us close, though. We're getting further and further away. Maybe if we go there, we can maybe get something. It's 3 hours and 57 minutes. Let's go do that one, because it's kind of a cool load, and let's see if we can kind of work. I like to try and do it by working my way through the actual, options in the menu, because what's the point in playing the game if you're not working on it and sort of generating that cash as you go? That's called the Haddock Floyd, that boat there. That was Haddock Floyd. So we've got look, some people having their breakfast over there. There's a gentleman sitting down in his overalls. Another gentleman standing up talking to that lady there. And then another one in the back. Yeah, anyway.
Lass uns loslegen.
So let's have a little look at the old... I'll start the engine. Get us moving. We've got plenty of diesel in it this time round. So if you look at the down the bottom right hand corner, we've got our GPS, and that's got our speed, which is about 10 kilometers an hour. Automatic 5 as the gear, followed by the damage to the truck, which is extremely low for a change. Fantastic. Followed by the diesel in the truck, which is full, because the last thing we do is one of those long heavy loads. And the thing about long heavy loads is they tend to fill up your truck again, so whatever's... Okay, just let me out. Very weird behaviour. Oh, I've got to turn around. So weird. Right, okay. Oh, look at that. What the heck's that? You see that in the distance?
Demnächst links ab.
Wow. Oh, it's a bridge. It's a bridge. I can see it popping in now. It's still cool. Anyway, so, where was I? Yes, about to turn round. Gonna go this way to turn round. Anyway, so then we've got down there the diesel, followed by the bed that slowly goes blue, then finally goes red, and then I start to cry a little bit because the tears start coming from my face because it usually means we're going to crash in a mad way. And to be fair, I've got to remember something important though, right this moment in time. I forgot about all of this about this. So first we'll do the envelope. The envelope is sadly underused. It's only used to, there's some kind of space vehicle on there. It's like a Jetson car. So the envelope is sadly underused. So it really tells you about new DLC, and very much at the beginning of any game. If you start brand new game, it tells you about how to start a trucking company and basically how to get loans and all this kind of stuff. So the thing I've forgotten, and by the way, there's times there as well. So it's time 9:45. Then below that is the waypoint, which says 10 a.m. We're going to get in, which is fine. And the thing I've forgotten, I forgot to do it last week. I meant to do it last week. Is 8-Bit Rich had been watching the channel with her cat. And she hadn't named a cat, and I asked what the cat was called, and it's called Winston. So hello, Winston the cat. So Winston the cat's watching this week. Well, hopefully he is. Maybe got turned off by the fact. I mean, being a cat, he probably got turned off by the fact that I hadn't mentioned him last week. You know, Rachel had been saying, "Yeah, he'll mention you this time round, Winston," and it never happened. So yeah, this time round, I've mentioned you, Winston the cat. I like to think that Winston the cat's black and white. I don't know why. I just get the feeling he's a black and white sort of Tom. But yeah, that's Winston the cat, everybody. Like in the middle of my dashboard, look. Meow. Coffee while we go. I need a bit of coffee, a bit hoarse this morning. Basically because I've been sleeping and not brilliantly recently with my sort of dry, sort of throat, realistically. Let's get moving. Let's get up to this roundabout before somebody starts beeping at me. Yeah, I know. Helga's very excited about this journey. She's said a lot of words. I'm wondering if it's subliminally going in. If I actually heard it in a real scenario, whether or not at this point I would actually be able to sort of go, yeah, that's turn left or turn right or round the roundabout, third exit. I don't know if I'd actually be able to do it subliminally. Maybe. Anyway, whoa, what are we doing? Right, okay, so yeah, how did you bank holiday weekend in the UK? This today, it's a nice sort of bank holiday for everybody. So bank holiday weekend coming up, extra day off if you're in the UK. Started mine off with a curry night with the boys from work. Good night out, a lot of fun. A lot of rubbish chat, but also vast quantities of alcoholic beverages. So maybe a few sore heads this morning, possibly. I don't know. Could be. Mine isn't a sore head, more a dry throat, probably from my persistent yakking, because I am a bit of a specialist when it comes to talking. I don't know if you've noticed or not. Could talk to myself for hours. And you went to the one of I don't think I've been to a brew dog before, but we went to a brew dog. I quite enjoyed that, the mixture of different beverages that you can try there. I finished on a Mr. President, which if you don't know what that is, it's 9.2%. I would call it an ale more than anything else, but it's one of those ones that's kind of sweet to the taste, very sweet and nutty to the taste. But by the time you get to the bottom of it, you've forgotten that it's quite bitter as well. It's quite smooth because it's 9.2%. So by the time you get to the bottom, it's a little bit smoother than you originally thought it was. Anyway, thankfully, as I say, I haven't got any kind of hangover. I do that whole thing. I'm terrible. You don't know about anybody else, but when I go to the for a few beverages, whatever else it is, and I know that I've had probably a little too much. Let's get straight home, glass of water. Start with a glass of water, have one on the side table, so that I can partake when I wake up. I think that's always the key, isn't it? Make sure you're hydrated. Once you're nice and hydrated, you're all good to go. Okay, we're at our destination. There's our yacht as well. I can even see it already. That's awesome.
Das war eine schöne Fahrt.
There's something cool about taking yachts. This will have axles. Look in the mirror at the top there. There we go. Perfect. And this will have axles that you can that actually move with us. So articulated axles of sorts. 10,000. Not a very big job, but fun enough. Right, let's go get this thing. Let's get the spin it round a little bit and round hard. Lovely. That'll do perfect. Right, okay. Back of the truck. That horseshoe-shaped thing there is our coupling or our fifth wheel, and we have to tap that into the pin, which is the bit that dangles down from the truck. You can kind of see it there. It's under the yellow mark on the blue of the truck trailer at the back there. So if you look at the trailer, which is on the right-hand side, just underneath the sort of yellow mark, you can see the pin moving around, which is basically where the coupling has to hit. And because I've got advanced coupling turned on, which was suggested to me by Mark Middleton ages ago, and I would highly recommend it for anybody new to the game, because it's fun. It adds a bit of depth to it. You actually have to put the truck in properly first time round, and like that, we smoothly fitted that whole thing into the situation. So if you don't have that on, you can just roll under the truck at any angle, sort of, whatever you feel like, and press T to couple. It's not as much fun, and this is definitely the better way of doing it. Right, let's go press F3 and we'll get a nice shot of that boat. Look at that. That baby is beautiful. Get the TE Logistica in there as well. There we are. Roll forward. Look at that. Nice shot. Right, okay. So, new GPS instructions down below.
Biege nach rechts ab.
Actually, didn't realise how hoarse my throat was. I'm struggling a little bit with my usual chatting. To be honest, it's a little. Oh God, just missed it. I can go this way though. I can go round in a circle. Go round in a circle. It'll be fine. Yeah, there you go. It says yes. Computer says yes.
Demnächst links.
Got to turn out, but it'll be all right. A moped there. And I've never really got the moped thing. My friend used to have a moped. He used to drive to sort of college and things when he used to go sort of college and things, because you could drive them in the UK when you're 16. I think is it the learners permit you can do it on. Anyway, so he used to have a moped. I never really got the moped thing. I suppose it's an independence thing, isn't it? I mean, if you used to live a little bit further away than something or other, that 36 miles per hour getting you getting you somewhere was kind of, I guess, cool. Sort of yeah, I guess it was. I guess it was kind of cool. I think that was the point, wasn't it? There was a little bit more independence. He went on up to the old 125 motorcycle after that. He went up to the old 125, and followed by making his way up to the sort of doing the full motorcycle license, and I'm gonna go for it. God, I don't think I'd have got out there if I hadn't forced it. Yeah, he went all the way up to the next sort of stage where you could drive the faster bikes. I think it's the bike one's a really weird one. There's lots of stages to bike licenses, and I guess that's because let's be honest, motorcycles are very, very fast, especially when you get up to the very big models. I mean, I bet you even a 500 or 600 is quite a fast vehicle. I've never been into motorcycles personally myself. But I can imagine that they become extremely quick. I got there was a game that was cheap for the Switch not too long ago called Ride. I got that. That's got motorcycles in it. I haven't really got into it yet. It's all about sort of leaning and doing all that sort of bits and pieces that go with it, So that kind of, yeah. Oh, let's press the F3 button and let's have a little look at this. There we go. Waiting for the traffic to come off here. Get some nice shots here for the video. Some for the old X Twitter rubbish. The X Twitter. It's almost appropriate, isn't it? X Twitter. I see that he's planning to reduce the what I would call. Oh yeah, that's fine. Carry on. Just carry on. Push on out. I would call reduce the safety of people on Twitter by banning the. That was a weird one thing to do. Safety of people by unblocking people so that you basically can't block people you don't want to talk to anymore. It sounds a really odd thing to do in my book, because that to some extent is safety. So how do you stop, if you're a celebrity, the average stalker sending you messages all the time that are unwarranted? How do you stop that then? Well, the answer is you move off Twitter, don't you? Or move off X. That's the only answer. You join Threads. I think that's the next thing, isn't it? That's the new option, I guess. I mean, it's Zuckerberg or Musk, isn't it? I never even knew who the CEO of Twitter was. Does that mean that I guess I didn't really notice much about them? I guess, or didn't notice enough about Twitter. Realistically, I only use it to promote sort of some of the videos I do, but I really don't lose it for a lot. It's quite nice to show off some of my bits and pieces. But if you follow my YouTube channel, you'll see me doing it on here as well. So I'm basically overlapping the two things at the same time. There's a massive overlap. And somebody did comment that it's like, well, why can't you just put it on one or the other, and then put a link to it? And it's because people are on different things, not everybody has a full-on YouTube account that they use to do stuff and to like things, and I think some people just watch it, which I think is where the unsubscribe comes from any particular area on a particular channel, but yeah, it's one of those things. You can't even look at Twitter nowadays without having an account. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's a weird and wonderful place that we live in, and that must have been my bridge from a distance before, I think. As I go underneath it, there's a little side road there, but you can't go down it. Found that side road the other week with the help of my friend Hatman. The Grand Prix track. It was pretty awesome, actually. Anyway, what distance we got? 2 hours and 2 hours and 12 minutes, should I say, left to go. Look at that quiet silence for a second from my gob. Only for a second though. Didn't last long. I tell you what I was looking at though. Again, I was looking at trucks on the motorway when I was going along the other day. But it was Turner's again. Always catches my eye with its oranges, and it's white with its orange stripes. Very, I would call it very 70s in its styling. Always catches my eye, that one. But there was another one. Miller's was also very similar in style. Again, orange stripes in there and orange in it. Sort of Dafts and Scanias, I think, for the whole thing. Of course, now you can't really see the Stobart, the Eddie Stobart trucks. They're kind of disappearing now. They're getting replaced by, is it Cullinia? Cullinia? C-U-L-I-N-A? Yeah, they get replaced with those. They've got a blue and an orange sort of circular logo. Are they Dutch? Something similar. I can't remember. I'm sure I looked it up, but they've been replaced with those. You're not going to see the days of the Eddie Stobbart's spotter are now. I think the days are numbered. They're not. That brand has sailed. It's no longer going to be sort of a brand where people are tracing the trucks down. I don't think. I don't know if anybody does chase the trucks down. I know it's a train spotting thing, isn't it? It's a truck spotting thing. I mean, I suppose I semi-do that by looking at the brands that are out there and the stylings of those vehicles, but I don't know if it's coming or going kind of thing with the whole thing. Oh God, coffee is so good, so good when you've got a sore throat. Here we go. 1 hour and 30 left to go, passing some barns there on the right hand side of the road. Passes by everybody on the right, by the left hand side of the road. Everybody's passing me. Should we try not to crash into any of these things? Yeah, kind of tired today, but I think that's always the thing. I always think it's sometimes it's like going for a massive amount of exercise. And you're actually tired the next day. I don't think it's a bad thing for the old human body occasionally to something in excess, and that includes sort of swimming or eating or something like that. A little bit sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes it's like everything in moderation, isn't it? A little bit of excess one time doesn't do any harm. Doing it repeatedly definitely does. So, oh, hello. That man with his truck is getting told off by the policeman. Oh, this is a steep hill all of a sudden. My truck's really going slow. Oh no, hang on. I forgot. We've got the automatic. Oh, it's so annoying. I should turn it off. It's got the automatic cruise control thing on it, set by default. So if I pull in behind him, I'll slow down so I don't run into the back of him. Look, there's the cruise control acting now. Oh, I forgot about that. I mean, it's handy, but it does make for a much more boring journey, you know. It's not. There's no chance of me accidentally smashing into the back of him, really. Now, not unless he. I mean, I guess not unless he stands on his brakes. I overtook a truck the other day, actually, quite on a sort of a not particularly tight road, and I overtook it where there was a space and it was long enough, and I got in before sort of the hashed lines and the white sort of things, because I know the road particularly well, drive it regularly. So I had space, I got whatever else is, space to get over it, and then some chap in a 4x4 decided to follow me through. A few seconds later, you know, it's not long, it doesn't take long to be different, and I managed to pull in on the hashed lines, so you think to yourself, really, was it necessary from your point of view? I mean, it got me. I mean, the truck was just dawdling, really, but yeah, it was one of those moments where I was like, I'm surprised you followed me through there. There's boulders under the trees. Here we go. We're going down here. Veron, sorry. Polar fish. I think I'm going to do a bonus this week. If you're watching this, there'll be a bonus video this week. It's been sat on my YouTube channel for a while, so I think it's time that it goes live. I think it's called Lost Planet. I've even forgotten what it was called. Yeah, it's Lost Planet. It's sort of a space adventure game. I'm going to put it up. It was a cheap one that I got not that long ago, but probably won't be cheap at this moment in time, but it will be cheap again. It's the nature of these things on things like Steam and whatever else is. And it's a sort of space adventure-y type thing, with a little sort of crash landing, weird sort of space things. I kind of like these weird. I call them. I don't know about anybody else, but people have folders, don't they? You can have folders of things that are tagged, so they're all together on your Steam list. Or I don't think GOG does the same, but certainly Steam does. And I have a section, and I call it Twilight Zones. But you have to be old enough to know what Twilight Zone is. But I have a section called the Twilight Zone, and it's sort of what I would call weird and interesting games that aren't quite on the normal sort of scale of things. That includes things like. Doesn't include Under the Sand, but it does include, for instance, the Long Drive, which is a very weird sort of surreal thing with zombies in. It's kind of an odd game, so that one kind of appears in that little list. I've got some other games that are kind of along that sort of bizarre, sort of strange nature. You know, they're not quite horror games, just strange. And that's where this Lost Planet also sort of fits within the categories of the whole thing. Oh, that was a stop. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there to deliver our boat to somewhere that isn't boaty from my point of view. Maybe they've got like lakes or something similar. Probably do. Yeah, they must have some lakes and things. Okay. We're almost on top of our destination. I'll put the indicators on. There's big towers over there. There was something over there, wasn't there? There's a church, look. See it over the top there, over the top of the buildings. Very cool. It's my hoarseness coming through there. I'm not sure how much further I can go with today. maybe give you that extra sort of program.
Demnächst rechts
Maybe a
abbiegen.
shorter Euro Truck Simulator, but I always say this and then it ends up being massive. So
Biege nach rechts ab.
this must be it. We're just delivering it here for them to deliver on. There we go. Use the top mirror there to sort of bring the things through. Ooh, lovely. Bit of exercise for the old brain here. Come on then, brain exercise. Reversing. Here we go. Yeah, I always use the top mirror to sort of adjust the front of the truck. With it being so flat on the front, that kind of shows you right down the front nose of your truck so that you know where you're at. Okay, this is probably not as difficult as I think it is. So we're gonna use some smarts here. We're gonna really cut in here. Not too far, because I don't want to drag a boat across the edge of it. That's good. That's good. That'll do. Now across like this. Using the space, knowing that we've got to drag the boat a bit further over. There. Yeah, you see it in the mirror. We're almost on top of where we want to be. So if I gently do this, and then remember we have the axles that move with us, so need to be gentle here. And it's there. Oh, that wasn't bad actually. That's one of my better parkings. That one. Let's press the T button. Watch the wind the legs down, and off come the air hoses. Can't quite see that happening, but anyway, good run that one. The Queen V36 boat yacht. That was what we took there. King of the road. I've got to get to level 50 before I become a legend. Apparently, level 50. It's a lot of levels before you become a legend. Right, lots of money though. Extra. Look, once you get the proficiency up, you make a lot more money with your drives. Okay, let's see whether we can find on the job market, because we still have a little bit of time here. Let's see if we can find in Veron. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Something that takes us to Turin. Do we have something that takes us to Turin? Absolutely not. How far's that one though? I felt like it should be a longer journey for the amount of time, for the amount of money involved in it. Ooh. Anybody fancy a long one? Yeah. It's got to be on Sunday, that one. So it's a few drives. This is one of the longer journeys that I could possibly do. Delivering tractors all the way to top the sort of the outskirts of Russia there. Oh, that's tempting. It's a long journey, but as I say, it's quite tempting. St. Petersburg. 146,000 euros. It'll take us through some lovely countryside. Look at this. Oh. Go back. It'll take us through some lovely countryside. It'll take us through Austria, the Czech Republic, Poland, Lithuania. Oh, by the way, they're putting in this lot next, down here. So that's Albania, I think. And then they're putting all of this in here. This is all appearing shortly. So, yeah, I think that's Albania at the bottom. So this is the Balkans as well. Yeah. Oh, it's tempting. There's a long one there. Come on, let's just do a short one, because I want to get across. I'm messing around here. Milan. Oh, so close to Turin then. Parma. Oh, this is a tough one. Do I do something massive, or do I just do something? Do you know what? This is the problem with not doing it on something like Twitch or something live, or even live on streamed on YouTube. I think maybe just take the. I might just. Ugh. Let's just take the short one. Let's take the short one. I'll do the short one, and then next week we'll have a good look for something else. So we go get our load now. We'll go get a short load, and we'll do the short one. And I'll have a think about it. You tell me what you think in the comments. Whether we should do something stupidly long, because I did have fun with the long journeys. They were good fun. It's literally next door. I can see the sign. Look, there's where I'm going, and I have to come out and round the corner. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good.
Biege nach rechts ab.
There we go.
Biege nach rechts ab.
Biege nach rechts ab. Does sound like right, doesn't it? Go right.
Rechts halten und dann rechts abbiegen.
Yeah. Does sound like right, doesn't it? Turn right at the next junction. Yeah, I think I'm getting that one. German there for right is almost a right, sir. Sounds like right. Coffee. Oh, come on. Here we go. I think I'm gonna have some more. I don't know what anybody else's plans are for the bank holiday weekend. I feel a need for a little bit more, sort of Smoking the Bandit. I think we'll be doing a bit more of that this weekend. There we go. Push the button. Let's do the shorter job of the two. Let's do the shorter one. Yeah, that's the one we want.
Los.
Right. Here we go. Over we go. So same routine as before. There we go. Same routine as before. Fifth wheel at the back into the pin on the bottom of there. That's the same routine. You know the drill.
Zeit zu gehen.
Beautiful. I'm getting really good at this, you know. I remember being worse at it. I think the thing that amused me most, though, is I think the first time I did it, I got it right, and then, of course, it was just persistently wrong after that for a long time. But yeah, the first time was right, and then persistently wrong. There's the church over there. Look at that. Nice, isn't it? Anyway, right, okay, on we go. 3 hours and 20 minutes is our destination is 223 kilometers away.
Biege nach rechts ab.
Out we come. Where was I the other day? I basically, that was it. Was behind us. I was behind a truck that was delivering to a sort of local supermarket, and it wasn't a particularly. He needed space, so I could see that he was indicating. He'd basically put all his hazards on as well, so he was indicating. Realistically, he needed space to be able to. Get his truck reversed in, so I stopped, came to a halt, and sort of moved slightly across so that people couldn't attempt to squeeze past me in any way while he reversed, and I got a lovely sort of thumbs up, whatever else it was, as he managed to get in reversed without any hassle. It just takes a little bit of courtesy, doesn't it? It's like everything on the road. A teeny bit of courtesy sometimes does go a long way. If everybody was a little bit more courteous, I think we'd have a little less, in the way of what road rage incidents. I watched one this morning. It popped up on my stupid feed on Facebook, but it popped up on there, and it was a little road rage incident in the States where literally two cars were driving into each other because one wanted to go one lane and one wanted to go in the other, so they were driving into each other, rubbing against each other, to the point that one of the drivers got so frustrated he got out and smashed the windows of the other car. which then didn't go very well, because when they started to move again, the owner of the other car rammed his car with extreme force, and it was just totally unnecessary. Really was. It was just, they're frustrated. They wanted to get past each other and whatever else it is, but it was just unnecessary. Realistically, really unnecessary. So this should be an auto one that lets me go through. Yep. Watch the car. All good in the mirrors. And we're going to hit the main road. Not this first one, but the second one. We'll trundle up here. I might not do American Truck Simulator this week. Apologise if you're waiting for it. I will be putting that Lost Planet video up. And I think I will also be putting up the something else. I've got a new game that I'm gonna want to show you. It's a simplish game, but I kind of want to show you. So I want to show you that. Plus, as I say, feeling a bit tired. Not particularly what I would call. I suppose it's being hungover, being tired. It's not really hungover though. Not if you haven't got a headache. You can't be hungover without a headache. Doesn't make sense. So, but yeah, a little bit tired. So I'm going to show something else instead. Go for this slightly different game. Picked it up cheaply recently. It's not an expensive game. I like the idea of it. It's quite clever, but incredibly frustrating, which is always an interesting combination when it comes to games. But frustrating and wanting to go back to it is always good. I think so, anyway. I've played a couple of sessions of it, and as I say, it keeps on hurting me. So I think you should see it, see what you think. So I'll leave it on the channel so this week. All right. Plus, it's not too brain taxing for me. This is probably too brain taxing for me after a night hour. Look at that. Wow, brilliant. Still, I think I said this before, and I think I'll never ever not keep saying that I'm impressed by the way the game sort of. It's not 50 miles per hour. What are you doing? It's not that steep a hill, is it? Anyway, I'll never stop being impressed by the way the game sort of handles the environment and the roads themselves. They're just brilliant. They're still developing this game. They're still building on this game. Please don't crash into me. Oh, that's so close. It didn't, but it was close. I felt that one. I was a bit concerned. Should have put the accelerator down, shouldn't I? Pedal to the metal. Oh, look at this. You feel like you should be able to stop in those, though. I know they are the laybys on their own nature, but I feel like you should be able to stop and rest in them, realistically. Probably not the approved locations for it. That's one thing about this game, though. I think I like the fact that you've got to go to certain places to sleep, but at the same time, let's be honest, if you pulled up into one of those laybys, you technically could get, 40 winks, I suppose, at least. Just along there. A little bit, maybe. Small amount of sleep. And we trundle along. How's your week been? Have you had a good week? Have you got anything planned for this bank holiday weekend? If you're working, I do feel sorry for you. In fairness, I'm on call this weekend, so yeah, I feel your pain. I do. I'm not expecting anything, touch wood, but it does happen. Oh, that was close. There's a plane taking off. Look at that. Blooming brilliant. Oh, that's what happened this week. I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, when we were at work, we were sort of, watching things go, out the window, sort of as you do. A helicopter landed in the field, literally next door to us. Quite impressive, really. It was doing some filming, 8K camera on the front, and a counterweight on the back. It flew in or out 3 times from literally outside our window. Quite amazing. It's lovely to watch. I don't think I've ever seen a helicopter quite that close. I've never flown in a helicopter, so I've never seen one that close up. Big slowdown going on. Yeah, big black helicopter it was. It's like cork on the edge of his truck, look. Like old cork boards. I don't think it is cork that he's transporting. It's timber of some sort. Sap, maybe. Resin from the trees. Because, of course, you make maple syrup from maples. That's one of Canada's biggest exports, funnily enough, maple syrup. Doesn't surprise me, but it is one of its worldwide best sort of sellers. And in the UK, finding maple syrup is really hard. I love maple syrup as well. I mean, proper maple syrup, this is. From, proper Canadian maple syrup. It's really hard to find it. And it's really tasty, especially on pancakes. With a bit of bacon. Pancakes and bacon. Awesome. Can't beat a bit of pancake and bacon. Not at all. Not sure it's my favourite breakfast. I mean, you gotta love full English, don't you? Sausages, bacon. Depends where you are in the country. Depends on whether you got black pudding or haggis. You can guess where you get haggis. Yeah, a bit of good old full English is a beautiful thing. But I remember stopping once. I'd been out for a day, and this is the bizarrest thing. So I'd been out for a day, and I stopped, and I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was a little chef, but it was something that they don't exist anymore. Whoever it was, but basically I pulled up here, and I went in, and I was sort of gasping for a cup of coffee and something to eat, and I looked through the menu, and it was like it was like bacon and pancakes and maple syrup, and I was like, is that still on? They're like, yeah, we serve it all day long, and this is like late in the afternoon. And I thought, I can't believe this. So I got that for my afternoon sort of snack, or my late lunch probably was at that point in time. I mean, extremely late lunch. Very nice sometimes. What's your favourite breakfast? You got a favourite breakfast? Or maybe favourite accompaniment. I always like an egg. I'm a big fan of an egg, though. I do like an egg. I like a fried egg. I like a scrambled egg. I like a boiled egg, poached egg. All of them. All eggs are good by me. I'm a fan of the eggs. I like eggs a lot. Here we go. 28 minutes, and we're almost there. It's like a railway yard down there, look. It is a railway yard. Well, that's kind of cool. I wonder whether we're going there or not. That is quite cool, actually. Yeah, looks like we're going down there. Massive deceleration by the caravan in front of me. Join the lane. We'll head across. Really nice episode, this one. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Pretty sedate though on the scale of things. Nothing horrendous. This is like, it's one of those boring, not right home ones about realistically. What happened on the episode? Not a lot. A couple of deliveries. One yacht. And the other one, whatever back's in the back of this one. I could be transporting explosives, so I wouldn't know the difference.
Nimm diese Ausfahrt.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to sort of something good. Gigantic digging machine of some sort. And then off to the railway area?
Am Kreisverkehr
Sort of. Came
erste
back on
Ausfahrt
myself.
nehmen.
Wow, they're all turning down here.
Diese
Why would you go down
Ausfahrt.
here? Are you turning off somewhere along here?
Demnächst rechts abbiegen.
Really? You're all going down there?
Biege nach rechts ab.
Oh, they're going into the town. Ah. Not where I'm going at all. Right, top mirror again. Let's use this when we get in here. Man there. Hello, man. Strange man. Top mirror, top mirror. So basically we roll that in. We watch the top mirror until it's in. Boom. Stop. Enter. Let's have a look at this parking spot. Yeah, dead centre. I knew it would be. Right there. Okay. How much space have we got? We got a lot. Right, let's use that space then. Let's take ourselves over this direction. Not into the balcony. Spin. 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 Close to that truck. Cross, cross, cross a little bit. Spin, spin, spin. There. There we go. I came a bit too far actually. I was being a bit too clever there. I went a bit too far, but you know what? It's paid off. It'll be fine. I'm actually watching the pavement here. Watching it get straighter, look. So I'm looking at those. Nope. Not quite. Not quite. There we go. Right, in you go. Could have been a worse parking spot, but yeah, we did all right there. Gently does it. Gently does it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Love it. Second time lucky. There we go. That's actually really good. That's square with fairly square with the doors as well. I'll take that one. Press T, decouple, and then we need to find somewhere to spend the night. And next week we'll see what we can do with finding something interesting to go to. Seemed to be. I was trying to get to that Vico place realistically in Turin, but never mind. Let's have a little look at the map and see if we can find somewhere to stay for the night. And it's close by. I mean, I could go down there to here. It's an hour away. Or I could go here. Reset navigation. We could go here and discover something in 86. Let's go discover this, because that could be a viewpoint or anything, or anything basically. So let's go discover that. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's go discover that. 80 minutes? Where do I get 80 minutes from? 38 minutes. It's the 8s. There's 8s involved in it. 38 minutes. Oh, well wide. There we go. Terrible adjustment there of my head, but still an adjustment.
Am Kreisverkehr
Needless to say.
zweite Ausfahrt nehmen.
Here we go. Round, round, round. Off we go. Oh yeah, that's mount the curb. Mount the curb. Manly way of approaching it. Just mounting the curb.
Ausfahrt nehmen.
we go. Round we go.
Nimm diese Ausfahrt.
Throwing the truck around. All this 640 brake horse. Monstrous truck. Great deal of power. But all, of course, all is turned into to pulling power. Not really, it's not speed this turns it into, it's pulling power. There we go. And we're up. And we're up, we're up, we're up. And stay in this lane because we're coming off. Speeding a little bit here. Let's let the speeder go down.
Und dann Ausfahrt rechts nehmen.
Yeah, I know. We're coming off here at this next junction. Thank you very much for telling me.
Nimm die Ausfahrt rechts.
She's a lovely lady. She's very useful. I like her. Yep, speed. No, I've got it. Decelerating. As we go around here, up and over the road. And I'm gonna go along that road by, oh sugar, speeding. Past a police car, speeding. That's not a good thing. Yep, almost
Links
there.
halten und dann links abbiegen.
Pink sign here. Is it a burger or something? This is like a burger but with pink. It's like a Pac-Man burger. Do you see it? It's like Pac-Man on there eating the burger. Very weird. Our destination's down there somewhere. Right. Gonna have to wait for these lot to go. Indicator going. I'm away. I reckon it's a recruitment agency that we're going to pass.
Immer geradeaus.
Yeah, recruitment agency. There we are. For recruiting extra staff. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a murder hotel. We've been to these before. Single truck. Be like one member of staff. Let me just reverse round. Love these murder hotels. So inviting with their explosive barrels outside. Yeah. What am I doing? There we go. Right, okay, so murder hotel. So inviting. Two members of staff, clearly, because there's the cars over there. Explosives out the back. A couple of crates to hide the bodies in. And, yeah, it's got 3 stars. It's definitely a murder hotel, isn't it? Yeah. Let's stay there. Sounds like a great idea. Nothing could go wrong, can it? Oh, it's middle of the night and the murder hotel's still there. And it's raining as well. We'll push the button because we'll go for the morning. Yeah. 11 o'clock. That'll do nicely. Murder hotel. Nobody's dead. Truck's still there. Cars are still there. Right, well, fair enough. It's all the way through the night. We survived anyway. We survived the night at the murder hotel. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Today Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.